Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Devilish Simmer and today we are jumping back into Cotsfields and we are going to be finishing off these apartment homes. Now in a previous episode we sorted out the landscaping and the exterior of the building, of which you may be able to see that it has altered just a little bit. I have done a few alterations off camera. Not much, I just tidied it up a bit. So I've just altered some of these windows just to make them look a bit more designed and a bit more in place. And I've also added a couple of extra windows on this side panel and in the side of the garage areas. And I've also updated the climbing ivory up the sides. So I've made them look a bit more natural and a bit more blended in as if they are climbing the building, and I've done that on both sides there. And I've also added just a little bit of design and ivory up certain areas around the edges of the buildings as well, just to give it that bit more of an extra design and look about it. So today we will be jumping inside the building and we are going to be sorting out the interiors, and we are going to be putting up the walls for the rooms, putting some walling and flooring decoration, and just generally putting some necessities for what you would see in a property if you were to rent it. Such things as obviously the kitchen suite, the bathroom suite, lights, light switches, and just little bits of detail like that. So let's jump right in and let's get these apartment townhomes completed. And here we are, the finished product. So as you have seen, we have gone through the entire interior and we have added all of the rooms, we've added all of the walling and the flooring, and we've gone round, popped in all the doors, added the lights and some decorative features as in light switches and aircon systems, and of course the main part, the stairs. We've also finished off our kitchen suites and we have installed our bathroom suites. Very simple, very basic. Now as you can see, I have chosen to leave the walls and the floors a unfinished like plaster texture or like a wooden slat texture in certain rooms. This is because when the tenants move in and they put their stamp on it and they change the floors and walls, when they move out, the apartments revert back to their original state. So if the sim, for instance, leaves a whole house full of furniture when they leave, the next sim will move in and all the furniture will be gone and it will be reverted back to just the bathroom and kitchen suite being here. The same if a sim living in the apartment chooses to change the kitchen. When they move out and the new sim moves in, the kitchen will be reverted back to this one. However, the floors and the walls do not revert. So however the previous sim left the wall textures and the floor textures, they will remain as the sim left it. So what I've chosen to do, for the first sim to move in, I've gave them just a blank canvas wall of plaster. So they can put their stamp on it and they can paint and decorate how they wish. And then of course when they move out and the new people move in, the new people move into however the last people decorated it. So that is my reasoning behind why I've not necessarily designed or decorated the place. I've left it up to the first tenants to put their mark on it. I think it's come out pretty well. We've got a nice decent entrance hallway area leading into the kitchen, and that sweeps through into the living room dining room area, which of course you can enter the hallway from. We also have a door coming from the kitchens to take you down into the garage areas, which are just basic rooms, garage, couple of pieces of boiler systems, and you've got some space on this end of the garage to put a home gym in or whatever you feel fit, a storage area. Going up, we have 2 spacious bedrooms, one of which has a double wardrobe, and we have a very large L-shaped hallway with a bathroom at the end. And going upstairs into the attic space, we have a very generous sized top landing area, which leads into a small little box room and again another generous sized large room. Of course, all this is mirrored on the opposite side for the second apartment. And there you go. So we now have 2 apartments in a Tudor style in our Cotsfields town. Alright, so now we are back in the neighbourhood view. As you can see, we have now got 3 identical blocks. I have cloned the original block into another 2, but I've made a couple of slight adjustments within the lots. So we will jump in to the middle lot and I will show you what I mean. Okay, so now we are in the middle block. The interior of the houses are exactly the same. I have not made any adjustments inside, so all the kitchens, bathrooms and insides are replicas. However, on the exterior, I have made some landscaping adjustments. So as you can see, the gardens have just been altered a little bit and been changed from the tree to a planter and from a little planter to a fountain. And again on the far end one, I have changed them to different trees and planters as well. I've also made a little adjustment regarding the vines crawling up the walls, and I've just made them a little bit different from each building. So they're not all exactly the same, because vines don't climb the walls in the same way as each other. I've also altered the vines along the backs as well and made them a little different. And I've also changed the walls going around the outside. So we've got it coming up the side of this one and along the back. It goes just along the back of this one, and it goes along the back of that one, and it goes down the other side. So it makes these all join in to one big block, so it looks like they are all purposely built together. So now we have 3 identical blocks. We have 6 apartments all in our town. So we can now start moving in some new residents into the Cotsfields town. So now all we have to do is start getting some community lots built, get some businesses up and running, and get some Sims moving in. And we are on our way to getting our town up and running. So until the next one, guys, happy simming!